Hi everybody, we're back. Episode 6. First off, I want to apologize for my voice. I didn't really catch a bug, but a couple of weeks ago, actually a week and a half ago, Thursday night, my husband and I went and saw Jeff Dunham. He's a ventriloquist. He's awesome. And he performed at our big arena in Portland. And for 2.5 hours, I laughed and yelled and screamed and yelled and laughed some more. And I woke up Friday and nothing came out of my throat. I mean, no voice. So I sound horrible, but I actually feel really good. So anyway, welcome. This is episode 6 of the We Be Knitting Podcast. We're a podcast about a little bit of knitting, a lot of crocheting, cross stitch, sewing, painting, and a few other fun crafty things. So welcome. For those of you that this is the first time you've watched, thank you. We're glad you're joining us. Hopefully you'll be back. For those of you returning, thank you for coming back. I have my notes up a little bit higher this time so I don't forget things. So we're up to 61 YouTube subscribers. Woo! I'm happy that people are watching it all and not giving a bunch of thumbs down. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it and getting a little bit out of it. So again, my name is Kathy. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2016, and we're podcasting from our home in Forest Grove, Oregon. And it's actually raining, which it hasn't been doing. Last Thursday and Friday, it was unseasonably hot. It actually had 88 degrees here. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday, which for Oregon in April is just seriously unheard of. And then of course it cooled down a bit, which is fine, and it's raining, which is fine. So anyway, so I am on Instagram. I am KM Cina, KMCINA. On Ravelry, I'm just K Cina. I got on the Ravelry bandwagon like in 2008. We've got a Weeby Knitting Podcast Ravelry group. There's not a lot of us yet. I think once I really start re-engaging with my knitting, hopefully that'll spike up a little bit and we'll have some fun out there. Anyway, so besides me losing my voice and getting to see Jeff Dunham, I wanted to share a little thing we did 2 Sundays ago. So not last Sunday, but the Sunday before last. I love to do paint nights and painting. And I'm going to grab this off the wall so you can see it. How's that, Charlotte? Is that looking good?
Good.
So I had, like a crazy woman, I had 20 of my friends come over along with me 2 Sundays ago, and we had a painting party here. It was actually a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. So everybody signed up, and a portion of the fee went to Relay for Life, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little crowded because the painters, the 2 gals that do the teaching, they actually haven't invested in easels yet, so you had to lay your easel down. But the poppy, it was amazing, and I will put a picture in. My friends had a blast. It was a little crowded, but everybody's painting turned out just super awesome. Everybody laughed. A few of my friends who are engineers that kind of they're more A-type than artistic. They even had fun. They were a little worried about it, but CJ did great and Laura did great. So I was very proud of my friends that kind of definitely went out of their comfort zone. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. So that's our newest painting in the, oh, it's going to be so crooked. Hold on. Sorry. It's going to drive me insane. Sorry. See my back. Close enough. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Other stuff, I'm totally behind on all my podcasts that I watch regularly. So I don't have anybody new to give a shout out to. Although I did do one thing that I will give a shout out to. Legacy Knits, Chelsea and Sue, who I follow on Instagram, they've got a fantastic podcast. They're having, instead of a regular, like a shawl or a blanket or a sock or a sweater knit along, they're actually doing a stuffy knit along, either crocheting or knitting. And I actually got something done this week that I talked about last podcast that I didn't have done. But I just love these little guys. So this is what I'm going to add on for my stuffy knit along. How's that?
Good.
You see it? It is a Baby I Am Groot, and it is a free pattern from Twinkie Chan's website. She has a great actual video tutorial, and this guy is actually really, it's not hard to make. It is a little time consuming because you've got the head, the arms. The arms actually have floral wire in them so they can bend a little bit, and then you have to stuff them. And then I just got this. I actually got the pot I got at IKEA, but you can get a bigger mug, like a soup mug from the dollar store, and then these pebbles to anchor them down at the dollar store. But I love making these guys. I've made literally probably a few hundred, and I sell them for Relay for Life. Another fun thing I did at Christmas, I think 2 years ago, a friend of mine suggested it, and I gave him one. Hi, Rick. I took a little thing of LED small Christmas lights that self-light up, little tiny ones, wrapped it around, and it says Merry Grootmas. Instead of Merry Christmas, it was Merry Grootmas, which was kind of cute. So anyway, so I wanted to share that. I'm going to enter that in the Chelsea, or the Legacy Knits stuffy along, because he's stuffed. So is that. Speaking of Twinkie Chan, last time I totally had a mind melt, could not remember the YouTube tutorial I had just watched that I thought was absolutely wonderful, and then I totally blanked on the last podcast. So if you go to Twinkie Chan, her YouTube channel, she's just a kick. She has a free tutorial on how to make 2 kinds of cake pop stuffies. So it's there's either a rabbit or a chick, and it's crocheted with a cake pop basically, and then you glue little itty bitty pom-poms on it. So I'm hoping, by next week, I'm going to make one of each. They're really adorable. So you just have to have a cake pop, basically cake pops that you eat, cake pop stick, and then just crocheted things. So I'll do one of each of those for next week. So I guess we're going right into what I finished so far this week, since I'm kind of all over the map. I finished 2 cross stitches. I've had them for a couple months. So the first one is, and I need to finish the back, but the cross stitch is done, is Will Stitch for Wine, which I think is great, even though I'm on a 21-day paleo cleanse and I can't drink any alcohol right now, which is kind of ironic. And then the other one is My Favorite Drink Is the Next One. And both these fun little guys, I got the kits at Joann's. I had talked to you about them a few podcasts ago, and they're on the end cap in most of the Joann's, and you can get them on sale. Really quick, easy, fun cross stitch. So that was 2 things I got done. Another thing that I worked on this week, I had Friday off, which was good since I had no voice, but I had planned on, because I was going to sleep in from the Jeff Dunham, it's not a concert, the Jeff Dunham show. But I was signed up and went to a charity work. Actually, at work, I work in Intel, so we've got a bunch of engineers. But one of the ladies, I hadn't met her until a mutual friend of ours said, "Oh, you should talk to Kathy because she does quilting and stuff." Anyway, she had her boys were born premature 4 years ago. They're doing great. But when she was in the NICU with both the boys, she got 2 of the most wonderful fleece blankets. And so every year she gets a group of ladies together. Actually, guys can join in too. It just happened to be, I think there were 7 of us. And she provided all the fleece and the DMC floss. And I don't know if you can you see that?
Yeah.
So anyway, I got 1 baby blanket, almost blanket stitched around. I'm going to do that one and finish it up hopefully tonight. And then I have 1 more. And it's really easy. You just cut, DMC floss. I think you all know about that. And just some fleece. And they cut it, I think it's 30 by, actually it's less than 30 by 30. And then just do the blanket stitch around. And then she'll deliver them all to the NICU. But I thought, what a great little thing to do to give back. And it's really easy. You just sit there and it takes a while, but it's easy to do. So I did those this week, which 1.5 of them. But it was a good volunteer project to give back to the community. And then the other thing I'm working on this week, I'm still far behind, is my temperature afghan. And I think I'm only up to March 27th, and we've had this whole bunch of days, and the average temperature was like in the low 50s. So anyway, I'm still working on that. I'm hopefully gonna get caught up. The white, this is January, February, March. The white the white means it's the next month. So I have a few represents. Thank you, Charlotte. Represents the change of the month. Anyway, I've got some changing to do because we actually had some hotter days. So I'm working on that still, but desperately need to get caught up. So that's what I've been working on. Only retail therapy I did. I actually got this a week ago. My friend Carrie has a podcast. The podcast is So Now What. I'm going to show you her business card. And go check out her podcast. I've talked about her before, but she does something really cool. Well, she does a lot of cool things. But each week she's got just a gorgeous sewing room, which I'm a sewing studio, which I'm hoping that someday we're going to flip the one room that I've just got yarn everywhere and actually get it like looking so I could actually podcast from my sewing room, yarn room. Anyways, Carrie, her last podcast, she did just a quick video of her room and kind of everything. But every podcast, she has a different quilt behind her and she talks about it. And her last podcast had a lot of personal meaning to it with some words about her. And I thought it was great. So go check out So Now What podcast. But the retail therapy was, she makes awesome project bags. So I had to get one and I got it. And along with some, she sent me a really nice thank you note and just a note in general, some stash tea, but this bag, how cool is this bag, you guys? And inside, she's got pockets. I don't know how good you can see it. It's just how fun are sunglasses? And she knows on the Wee Bee Knitting, I love bees, and she sent me a little, besides a little tassel, there was a little bee charm on it, which I thought was cool. So thank you, Carrie. I love my bag. I haven't put anything in it yet, but it's big enough for a really good size shawl. So I wanted to talk about that and thank her. And other than that, I think we're going to cut this short. I'm going to add some photos from the painting, and hopefully next week I'll have a few more things done. Hopefully I'll still have my voice back. But I just wanted to say thank you guys. Hope you're having a good week. I know we are. And just, enjoy life and just don't take anything for granted. And each day is a new gift, so enjoy that. And with that, we'll bid adieu until next time. Thank you for watching.